Hello, welcome to today's movie. In today's movie, we're going to take a short time series, and what we want to do is take that time series and fit a trend line. And then once we fitted the trend line, we want to then fit a prediction interval for that trend line. And in this movie, we're going to use SPSS. In a previous movie, we used Excel. So let's go to Excel first, and then we'll look at the SPSS solution. So what we have here is we have some time series data, time point X and series value Y, and this is concerned with the average annual UK unleaded petrol prices in pence per litre between 2006 and 2020. So time point 1 there is 2006. The series value was 88.9, so it was 88.9 pence per litre. Time point 15 is 2020, and therefore the price was 119.9 pence per litre. That's the original data that we're given. So what we can do first is we can fit a trend line through that data set using the Excel function trend. So as you can see, it's C4 to C18 is the Y, known Y values. B4 to B18 is the known X values. And then B4 is the first X value. And you can see that the trend line value at time point 1 is 100.74 pence per litre. At time point, and then we can extend that equation down to give us the trend values to there, and then continue to extend it down so we can have trend line values into the future. So at time point 16, which is the first time point into the future, it was 128.26 pence per litre. Now once we've done that, we can then use these equations to give us a prediction interval, as you can see there. Okay, so we've got a 95% confidence interval that at time point X equal to 1, the trend line value is 100.74, and then we have a 95% confidence interval that lies between 65.26 pence per litre to 136.21 pence per litre, and then we've got the same for all the other time points. Once we did that, we then created our graph. So the blue line represents the original series, the trend line, the red line represents the trend line, and we've also included the forecasts, time point 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. And then the green line is the upper prediction interval boundary, and the purple line is the lower prediction interval boundary. So you can see your prediction intervals there for each time point. Now Excel is quite awkward to undertake the calculation, but you can see you can do it. In SPSS, it's a lot easier. So there's my time point. There's the original data. I've included the time points for the future predictions. There's my series. So all we need to do now is click on Analyze, click on Regression, click on Curve Estimation. Now if I just reset this, so the series is my dependent variable. I want to include the constant in the equation for the trend line. Remember, that's B0 plus B1 times X, where X is time point. I want to plot the model, and I want a linear model. I click on Save. I want the predicted values. I want the prediction interval to be 95%. Cancel that 1 second. Click on Time. All right, now click on Save. So I want the predicted values, prediction intervals to be 95% confidence, and I want to predict through to 20, time point 20. So you look there, look, I want to predict to that time point. So 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20 using this particular model. Click Continue, and then click OK. Okay, and then remember, it's going to create 3 extra volumes. One is the trend line fit, one is the lower prediction interval value for that time point, and one is the upper prediction interval value for that particular time point. So it creates 3 extra variables or 3 extra columns of data. So just say OK. And after a few seconds, you'll see that the output file appears, as you can see there, yeah, with your summary data. But more important, the data file appears. So if I just minimize that, go to Excel, and then bring up the data file, there we are, and then do a comparison. Look, time point 1, series 88.9, the trend is 100.74, well it's 100.74 to 2 decimal places. The lower prediction interval is 65.26. Look, 65.26. The upper is 136.21. 136.21. So you can see that the numbers are exactly the same as there. Now, finally, what you could do is you could then, like we did before in Excel, we created our graph. So we could do exactly the same here. So we click on graphs, click on legacy graphs, and we want line. Once we've done that, we choose multiples, but we want the click on values of individual cases, then click on define. Now remember, in this particular case, we want the series, we want these variables here to be on the line. So click on those, transfer them to lines represent. Okay, and then remember the period is this variable here. Okay, then once you've done that, then all we now need to do is click OK. And after a few seconds, there's your graph. Okay, so you can see the blue line is your original series. The straight red line is your trend line. This is your upper prediction interval boundary. And this is your lower. And you can see, how the prediction interval changes with time. So SPSS is quite easy to perform this type of analysis because it's a proper statistical analysis software package, but you could still use Excel. So that's it for today.